Zola is speaking to us this morning from Ellis Park Stadium. Zola, good morning to you. Activities expected this morning?
Well, Naledi, what I can tell you is that there has been a number of ACDP members making their way to the arena, and this is obviously to hear, written intentions by this political party that has 4 members in parliament and about 22 councillors across the country. When we had a conversation with the deputy president earlier on, he mentioned that there's been a public outcry of service amongst everything else, saying that that's going to be their main focus today when they are presenting their manifesto, and they said their focus is on S.O.S, which is service, and also security as part of that. But to tell us more, we've got the Deputy President of the African Christian Democratic Party. Sir, thank you very much for your time. When we had a conversation earlier on, you did mention that there is a public outcry, and the S.O.S that you'll be mainly focusing on today in your manifesto will be a response to all of that.
Well, absolutely. The ACDP has heard the cry of the millions of South Africans, some 25% that are in the throes of poverty, some 33% of our South Africans who are unemployed. On the expanded definition of unemployment, it's over 40%, some 60 to 70% youth unemployment, crime that is out of hand. So there's an SOS that has been going out. There's a groaning from South Africans, and the ACDP has heard the groaning. The groaning in terms of the SOS service, there's a lack of service delivery. No service delivery in terms of some basic stuff, in terms of refuse collection. Just driving to the venue here at Ellis Park Arena, we've seen mounds of refuse on the streets, not collected by the municipal authorities. There's challenges with regards to infrastructure development. So service delivery is something that is huge. There's a lack of service delivery, and many South Africans can identify with that. Secondly, the aspect of order. There is disorder that we find from a national level all the way down to local government level. There's no compliance with regards to legislative laws that are there, your supply chain management, your systems and your structures act, your finance management acts. These particular acts that are there to actually safeguard the finances and the fiscus of our economy. The fiscus has been plundered. The budgets are being plundered from a national all the way down to a local government level. There's no order, and the ACDP says, we're saying to South Africans, we've heard your cry, and we are bringing order. At our manifesto launch, thousands of our members are coming from all parts, all 9 provinces, coming to Gauteng to say to South Africans, we will bring order. And then security. It is so sad that we have in South Africa the murder rate. The number of people that are murdered in South Africa exceeds the deaths in the Russia-Ukraine war. We are a nation that essentially is at war with itself, and it's because of a collapse of the inability of SAPS to arrest and then to prosecute murderers and rapists. The sad thing is that we have in murder and rape there are only 10%, a 10% conviction rate for murders and rape in South Africa, which means that rapists and murderers have a 90% chance of getting away with their crime. The ACDP says we will be tough on crime, zero tolerance, and we commit to South Africa to bring the order, to bring service, and to ensure that our people live in safety and security.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Now, Naledi, that was the ACDP Deputy President, basically saying that they will be focusing on service, order and security, as they have heard a public outcry from South Africans saying that South Africa is a country that has no order, and there's also poor service delivery. And now talking about security, there are issues of rape and also crime, and that will be their main focus. And of course, we will give our viewers an update after we have heard the manifesto that will be read by this political party that is led by Mr. Reverend Mesha. Back to you in studio.